guys, I'm Dr. Sam over here at Live Your Life Chiropractic in Erie, and today we're going to go over a very good low back stabilization exercise called heel slides. Some of you guys may have used these for knee surgery, hip surgery, or just strengthening of the leg, but we're going to add a component to it today to make sure that we target the low back to target the core. So we are going to start on our back, and we are going to have our feet right about here, so we've got a little space between our feet and our butt. And the most important thing we're going to want to think about is taking the small of our back and pressing it down into the ground. If you have someone else at home, they can actually put their hand underneath the small of their back, and then they can tell you if they feel any pressure of you pressing that small back into the ground there. So now, as long as they're feeling a good amount of pressure, you feel like you have a good core strength, that you're pressing into the ground all right, we're actually going to take one of our heels and very slowly start pushing it out. And actually, maybe I'll leave my arms up here so you can see my back. We don't want our low back to do this. When it's coming up here, that means we are not using our core to keep that strength, to keep everything stabilized while we're doing these other movements. So while we're pushing that leg out, we want to make sure that that low back is staying down, that it's not coming up. And then we are slowly going to come back. If that's too challenging, let's say you get an inch or so out and you start feeling that low back come up, you're not feeling the same amount of pressure, just go out an inch. You don't have to go out any further than that to start doing this exercise and to start exercising these muscles. Eventually, you will be able to go out further and further. Don't forget to breathe while doing this. And typically, we are going to do this about 10 times twice a day. And that's going to start increasing that musculature, strengthening that core muscles, and pretty soon you'll be noticing that you will be able to get that leg all the way out and all the way back in while holding that low back down. One last tip, make sure at the very end range of wherever you decide to go that you do an extra good job of pushing down to the ground. Most people don't realize that their low back is actually starting to lift off the ground, so that's why it's very helpful to have someone else there with you, or again, just making sure that you're using as much musculature as you can to push into the ground. All right, you guys, thank you very much.